The biggest complaint I hear from people that want to make money online but can't is that they don't know what to sell. And that doesn't matter whether it's a digital product or whether it's a course idea, they just don't know what to sell. They don't know how to find something that they deem winning. So today I'm going to teach you exactly how to find a winning product, okay? My wife and I run a 7-figure business that is built on digital products. And we actually help people sell digital products too. That's exactly what we do, is we help people pick winning topics or winning niches or winning industries or winning ideas for whatever it is that they're selling. And doing this is actually how we can afford to travel with our kids, to homeschool them. It lets me try being a race car driver in the meantime, and we can kind of do whatever we want with our lives. We're not stuck working a job 9 to 5. And I'm sure other people want the same thing, which is why I'm so passionate about trying to find that idea for you. So we've learned a couple things when it comes to picking products, and I want to share that today with you and show you how to apply it to Etsy. And we're actually going to go onto Etsy and use this strategy and look at things to be able to figure out, okay, what is a good digital product that I can sell on Etsy? And the best part is that we're not going to use any paid tools. We're not going to use anything that you have to like sit there and subscribe to try to get to, other than maybe this channel, but we're going to go ahead and show you how to do this all for free. All right, before we open up Etsy, I promise we're going to get to it. I promise, okay? But the first thing that we need to do is figure out what makes a good product sell in general. And these are the 3 key pillars that we believe you need to selling a product. Realistically, any kind of product, but more specifically for a digital product online. The first thing is that it has to solve a specific problem for a specific person. Say it with me. Specific problem, specific person. I know it's kind of hard to say, but we don't want to be broad. We don't want to compete in a highly competitive niche with a broad product that kind of applies to everybody. When you have a specific product for a specific person, that person is walking by and they might see that product and say, hey, that product was made exactly for me. It stands out to me because it is exactly what I need. I'm going to go buy that thing. We need to have this mentality when we are picking a product for Etsy. The second thing that you need is demand. Okay, people still want to have it. You might have a really niche product idea and it's for a specific person with a specific problem, but if there's only one of those people out there, it's not going to be a good idea. So it needs to have demand, but it also needs to be specific, and we're going to try to balance these 2 things. Now, the third thing that you need is kind of optional here, but I like to have an expertise or passion behind whatever it is that I'm making. You see, it'd be nice to be passionate about or have an expertise about whatever it is that you're making, because you're going to be talking about it a lot. You're going to be making it a lot, and you want to make a good product. You don't want to make a terrible quality product that just doesn't help people or that isn't good, and people have a bad taste in their mouth from buying whatever it is that you're selling. So if you can pick something that you truly know, then good. Okay, is it 100% necessary? No, you can sell whatever you want and not know anything about it and just still be very passionate about the process of creating and selling it. Okay, but I'm just saying, if you're really into keyboards, or you're really into cars, or you're really into drifting, or you're really into something that has to do with the product that you're making, it's gonna make it a little bit more enjoyable. Okay, so luckily Etsy is a search engine. Okay, there's this big search bar that's up here that says search for anything. And the reason why we're so lucky about this is because when we have a search engine, it kind of starts to do things like recommend stuff, and it shows what people's searching, and it shows what's popular, and it's going to organize things based on what's selling, because Etsy wants products to sell, okay, because they get a percentage cut of whatever's being sold. So Etsy as a search engine is the only tool we actually need to do any kind of research for a product. So what you're going to be doing at the end of the day is you're going to be sitting here and browsing on Etsy and writing products and links down in a spreadsheet somewhere, and you're going to be spending hours doing this. Okay, we're not going to spend days and weeks doing this, because if you spend too long trying to pick something, you'll get into analysis paralysis, and you'll just sit there and it'll be months before you end up actually doing anything. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're actually just going to browse around Etsy for our product idea. We're going to just start with broad digital product ideas. And so if you go watch one of my other videos, I'll link it here somewhere, that talks all about digital product ideas, you see there's different things. There's like planners and templates and Canva templates and things like that. So let's look at something like a Canva template. Okay, and so when you start to type in Canva template, or you could even just do template, or you type in anything. Okay, you can even type in t-shirt, although I know we're not selling t-shirts here. I just want to demonstrate this. Okay, when you start typing things, you're going to actually see all of these suggestions pop up. And this works in a similar way to Google and their search engine. And I'm really familiar with this. I used to work in search engines, like I was an SEO manager for years. And so this is auto suggest. Okay, and auto suggest is basically putting words that are here after the terms Canva template to basically narrow down your search result that's here, because Etsy wants to give you the best result possible to increase the chances of you buying, because that's how it makes money. Okay, that's really what it's trying to do here. So what's cool is that when you type things in for Canva template, I can start looking for different types of Canva templates that are here, okay? And they have lots of stuff that's here. Now let's say maybe I'm not stuck to a Canva template, but I want to look at like a digital download or something like that. Okay, now it's going to give me different types of digital downloads that are here, which is also really cool. Now, if I wanted to do things a little bit differently, let's say that I'm like a real estate agent, okay? If you type in real estate, you'll see that there's stuff that comes up with real estate. So using auto suggest is the first tip that I have for you guys when finding a digital product on Etsy, because auto suggest is going to show you a little bit of what's popular, of what people are searching, and what's available on Etsy that's here. And if you start to get really specific, you'll start to see that like it doesn't really auto suggest as much. So you have to kind of balance that out a little bit. But for the sake of our example, let's just type in like template and see what comes down. So you have like Instagram, Canva, planner, templates for Tumblr, so people make templates to be able to print stuff on different products. There's a lot of different options that are on here, but I specifically want to look for some type of something that I can either download or just use online. So I actually really like Canva templates. Actually, let's do this instead. Let's do social media templates. Boom. Okay, so now we're going to look at social media templates. This is going to be our starting point. All right, so now that we've gone through and searched for social media templates, what we can do is we can go through and actually continue to browse. Okay, and by browsing, I literally mean that in the most literal sense. Okay, we're going to just click on things and look at what's here and what Etsy tells us to look at, because Etsy has a system in place in their search engine results page that's here, their SERP. Okay, so they're going to have additional ways to kind of filter down and segment your products that are up here. So they have social media templates, Canva, social media templates, editable Canva, social media templates, real estate, social media templates, fitness. And so this starts to break down and starts to niche down, which is another point that I'm going to talk about in a second. But as you continue to search and you continue to browse, there's lots of other things that you can look at. Okay, you do need to be aware though that ads are shown by Etsy sellers that are here, and they look exactly the same. Okay, and ads are going to throw off the organic search engine from Etsy. Okay, it's just gonna happen. It's just something that you need to know about, but that doesn't mean that this is a bad product. Okay, a lot of times the people that can run ads, that can afford to do that for highly competitive terms, they're actually pretty good products. So we're gonna go through and we're going to just kind of click on a couple of different ideas. So this is a 1400 plus ultimate social media bundle for Canva, which is pretty cool. This one has stuff that's here that's in pink. And this one's boho inspired, and we're gonna just go through and start clicking on a couple of things that are here. Okay, when you come down and you start browsing the different products, you're gonna get an idea of how popular this product might be. You're gonna start seeing things like how many people have it in their cart, which is a great way to be able to verify demand. Okay, you're gonna see how many reviews the shop has in total. This is for the shop total, keep that in mind, but then also reviews for this item. Okay, you're gonna start seeing some of these things, but we're gonna get into validating demand in a second. What I wanna show you is how you can continue to click on products that are here to continue browsing. All right, so we have our product here that we're looking at, specifically this 1400 plus ultimate social media bundle for Canva and Canva Instagram template bundle. That's cool, but as you scroll down, they have different additional areas that are down here for related products, because if you're not happy, if you're scrolling down through this and you're not happy with what's being offered, Etsy doesn't want you to just leave. They're going to give you more options to shop. Okay, so they have things that are here like more from this shop. So this shop offers additional products that you can go through and look at, which is really cool. They also have a you may also like section, which is related products that are obviously related to this product that's here, but other related listings that you might be interested in. And so they're going to offer it to you. They're going to show it to you. So you can come in here and you can continue to click on other things, and you could start to go down kind of a little rabbit hole. So like I clicked on this elegant minimum sales promotion organic post story that's here. Okay, and it has a couple of shop reviews, and we're going to go down here and we can continue to look and see if there's anything that else that comes up. Now, as you continue to scroll down and continue to browse, we're still in the browsing phase. Okay, you'll see other things which are explore related searches and explore more related searches. Okay, so this is different things that people have searched. Etsy has access to all of this data. Okay, Etsy knows what people have typed, and then they know what page they've gone to next based on what they've searched. So they can start to connect terms to one another. Basically, if I come in and I searched, okay, Instagram bundle or something like that, and then I came down and clicked on another product that would produce similar results but have a different term based on it, Etsy can basically know what it is that's connecting the two terms. So I can come down here and I can click on explore related searches, and you'll see things. There's like, this one just says social media. This one says Instagram template Canva. This one's social media bundle. If I go and look at another one, so here's this pink one that we were looking at earlier. If we scroll down, We're going to see things that are like Canva template, Instagram lash template. Okay, that's kind of cool. Oh, doula, Instagram template, waxing. We're starting to get somewhere in terms of like what people are searching for, okay, that are related to this. You also have IG highlight covers boutique. And so what this is doing is by just browsing, we're starting to figure out specific people with specific problems. Okay, we started very broad, which is here, 1400 ultimate social media bundle. That's cool. It looks like it sells a lot, probably because it says 1400, and that's like what's going to get people hooked on here, right? But the thing is, there's more to it than just having a bunch of stuff. It actually helps too if you are very specific. So this one, for instance, is for all people that do waxing, as waxing is popular on running your waxing business social media account on Instagram is very popular. I actually have a friend, one of my buddies, his girlfriend actually does this, and this is kind of exactly what it looks like. So you can come in here and you can continue to look at what people are offering and see kind of like, okay, this one has only 7 left, which is interesting because it's a digital product. Maybe it's 7 left at this price or something. And it's in 2 carts. And so you can go through and you can see what people have. This has 822 shop reviews, which is really cool. So you can continue to browse around and you kind of get the idea. Click, go down a rabbit hole, click, go down another rabbit hole, continue to browse and find out what kind of products people are producing, who are they making them for, how are they segmenting them. Okay, very important stuff. Okay, so the next thing that we want to do after we browse and find some really good product ideas and maybe stash them away into a Google Sheet or Excel sheet or something somewhere is we want to actually start to validate demand. Now, validating demand is one of those things that is going to be specific to wherever you're selling. Okay, there's specific ways to validate demand on Etsy, specific ways to validate demand on things like Amazon. Okay, it's very different and it all kind of varies. Now, especially if you're doing things like we do when it comes to courses and coaching programs as well on top of regular digital products, then there's other ways that are more involved to validate demand. Okay. By the way, if you do want to learn more about online courses and coaching or things like that, I have a free mini course down in the description. You can go check it out. It's actually how to make 100K in 12 months on digital products. Okay. It's going to lay everything out for you in detail, but you got to go check that out in the description below. Okay. Back to Etsy. All right, let's validate some demand with Etsy. So the first thing that we need to understand is that when you do a search in Etsy, aside from the ads, Etsy wants things to sell. So it's going to put the top products, these star sellers and the top moving products towards the top of the results, because it doesn't want people to have to continue to scroll down and head over to the 7th page to try to be able to find something. They want to make the sale, and then they want to make the sale and get their commission that's there. That's the first thing you need to understand about validating demand is if you are on like the 9th or 10th page, that may not be the best. Yeah, there's other factors that go into it like SEO and things like that, but you're going to want to continue to validate if that's all you're looking at. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing that you can obviously do is look at reviews. Okay, but here's the thing. I don't mean to look at reviews just specifically for like whatever you see sitting here when it looks at reviews. There's a way to look at reviews that can actually help you a lot more than you think. So the first thing is that as we look at reviews, we're looking at reviews for a shop, and we're also looking at reviews for an item. Okay, so if you have reviews for the shop and there's 21 of them here, but then you have 19 reviews for this item, basically what you're learning is that this item is a top seller within the shop, which is awesome to know. Okay, because then we're going to combine that with how many sales the shop actually has, and we're going to start to figure out, okay, out of all the products that the shop offers, out of all the reviews that they have, out of everything that they have that's here that's selling, what is some of the top performing stuff? And this looks like it could be one of it, because the thing is that when you click on reviews for this shop, it's going to also tell you what product was purchased. Okay, so you can come in here and you'll see, I can click on all these, and all of these 30 Lash Tech Instagram post templates, that seems to be a vast majority of what's being purchased. Now here's one that's 60 dark aesthetic real estate Instagram post templates. All right, so because this has one review that was here, all right, and you could see that the rest of these reviews are for other products, this may not be the best product that's here. Now, there's 20 people that have it in the cart, which is another way to be able to validate demand, is if you can go through, click on all these different products and see what people have in their cart. That's very interesting to know. Okay, this is good. This is very promising that we could see how many are in the cart. Now, it used to say that as I would browse around, it used to say that here on the actual search engine results page itself, but maybe because I'm not logged in, it's not going to show me those results that are here. But if you click on it, it will actually show it. So let me recap this little section for a second. First, you can look at reviews for the shop, and then you can look at reviews for the item. This is nice. There's 249 reviews for the shop. That's awesome. They have different reviews for the item, 16 that are here. This is really good looking. We can actually still go in, and I didn't mention this in the browsing section, but you can click on the shop itself as well. So once you click on the shop itself, you can see how many sales it has. And you can come down here and you can confirm sales. And sometimes if the shop has turned it on or not turned it off, I should say, you can actually click on the sales that are here. Let's see if I can go through here and try to find an example. I probably, oh, this one has 14,000 sales. There's no way. Yeah, so some shops, if I can find an example, I'll put it in. You can actually click on it and see what is selling based on this little number that's here, and I will actually show you, right? But let's look at this here. So you clicked on the shop itself, and so what we're going to do is we're going to continue to browse, but also validate demand. All right, because here's the thing. Shop sellers are not going to make more of a product that is not selling. They're not going to continue to just pump out random stuff. They're going to sell what actually looks good. So we're going to basically two birds with one stone here. Actually, I don't know if I could say that word on YouTube. Whatever. What we're going to do is we're going to look at how these things are organized and then look at some of the top performing products in each section. So when you click on a top performing shop, you could actually see how these are broken out. And this is really cool for continuing to find a specific problem for a specific person. So I can look at things like lash artists, social media. I can look at tanning and teeth whitening, esthetician, makeup and hair, spa, product entrepreneurs. Very interesting. So I can click that and I can see what's basically in here and what they have. So they have things like candle makers. That's a really interesting, niche. I never really thought it was candle making. That's here. So we can continue to kind of browse through the shop that's here. They also have things that are based on sale, and obviously you can look at all the products that they have. But you can come in here and again, you can kind of click around and see what people offer and what people have. But when you click on the product itself, we can come in and actually try to see what products have reviews themselves. So I started rambling there a little bit, but we're getting into our third phase. Okay, once we've gone through and started browsing and we have a big list of things to be able to look at, and we start validating demand by looking at things like sales and how many sales the shop has versus how many sales that the actual product has and how many people have it in their carts, then we're going to start looking at how can we make this a specific product for a specific person, which we've kind of already done a little bit. So again, one of the first things that you can do, if I can find that store again, is you can start to add different modifiers onto whatever the product is. I think we started with social media templates. So you could do social media templates that might be PDF files, it could be Illustrator files, it could be things that are really more graphic design kind of stuff. But in this case, we niche down one level by choosing Canva. So it's social media templates, Canva, and look at that. That's actually one of the first results that's here because it must be super popular. So Canva is a way to be able to niche that down. Now the next way we can continue to niche things down is again looking for a specific person that has the specific problem. So the specific problem here is that I can't make things on Canva, or I can't make marketing material. Okay, that's the problem itself. Now the specific person is going to be somebody with a specific job or within a specific industry, which we've already seen here by just going through and browsing. Lash techs, boho is like more of a style, but style is something that people are looking for. A specific person may be looking for more boho aesthetic that's here. I actually liked, okay, so here's coaching. This is another good one. It's like, oh, luxury coaching. They threw luxury in there. I don't know what it means for a luxury one, but they got 1,300 reviews and 30 reviews for this item specifically. That's pretty nice. Spiritual and astrology, skincare. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Okay, 19 reviews for this item too. Mystical Instagram templates. This is a very specific person. Okay, super specific that's here. And it's like, I don't think it gets any better when it comes to this. Now, the only problem that I have with this, obviously you might see it here, is that it's $2.70. Okay, you got to sell a lot of these to be able to make a significant income. Okay, a lot of them. This one's only $2.36. So sometimes what you need to do, and this is a little bonus tip, is that you need to balance out the digital product that you're selling, the demand that it has, and how specific it is with a good price. Okay, and if you're trying to compete with people that are selling things for $2.70, because they're just Instagram story highlight covers, maybe that's worth your time if you sold 100 of them and you made $200 for the half an hour to an hour that it took you to make these products that are here. Okay, but at the end of the day, you need to find something that balances the two. So just to recap here, you want to be very specific with who you are making these products for. And again, you can just type in social media template Canva and see if there's anything that comes up afterwards. Like here's coach. You could do social media template and see, look, here's fitness and fashion. There was that one shop that I saw that was actually really good at organizing here. I mean, look at this. Okay. So this is what I mean. Specific people. Okay. Spas, makeup and hair, inspiration, wellness, hair removal, Botox and fillers, tanning and teeth whitening. Super interesting. So continue to segment down the type of person. You know, there's going to be a lot of different ways to be able to do this. I mean, if you looked at coaches, we have coaches that are in here. There's like fitness. And I mean, if you wanted to be really specific, and this is not a social media Canva template, but when I was browsing different Etsy product ideas for videos like this, I actually came across something that was very interesting, and it's like VTubers. So VTubing is like something that's very popular now. Like instead of showing yourself on YouTube like I would, I'd have a little like anime character or something that shows up for my face instead, which is really funny. But these products are very niche, and it's a very niche kind of area or industry for people that are VTubers. But the prices on here are actually relatively high, and this must be a custom one. This is crazy, $2,000. But anyways, the pricing here is very interesting, but you can be very specific, and you can get specific like this. And they even break down here, like you have different products and male versus female. But anyways, the point that I'm trying to get here is that if you browse around long enough and you know how to look at pricing, and you know how to look at reviews, and you know how to be able to look at different niches, you'll be able to find something that you can sell that you're interested in. Okay, there's probably something on here a little bit for everyone. Once you actually find the product, one of the final steps that's here is you actually want to come in here, look at the product, look at the reviews that they have for this product or for the item that's here. You know, this is pretty broad, but Coach Business Blogger, it's got a lot of sales. You know, this might be a little bit competitive, but who knows? You're going to want to look at it and see what people have to say about the templates. Okay, we want to be able to see like, okay, is there anything that we might be able to look at that people don't like about these templates, and how can we go ahead and improve upon them? Okay, I wouldn't improve upon them by just adding more. That's kind of a cop-out, like 525 different templates. What does this actually mean? Are there actually 525 files in Canva? Probably not. It's probably just the way that they organize them and the different styles and colors. But here's the thing. You need to make a good product if you want people to buy it. Okay, you need to have a good product. So you have to go through, do the hard work, look at the different reviews that the shop has, maybe buy a couple of them because they're like $6, and see how you feel like you might be able to improve. Or you can also take one of these top performing products and see if you can apply it to a different niche or a different industry. Okay, maybe this is, you know, Blush post and story bundle for coach businesses and bloggers. Maybe you want to do something that's similar instead for like Dungeons and Dragon Masters or something. Who knows? Okay, all I'm saying is that you can make it specific to you and specific to whatever kind of like expertise you might have as well. Some extra tips that I have when you're going through and actually picking these products. Okay, so the first thing is that you don't need to reinvent the wheel. You don't need to come in here and actually look and say, okay, how can I come up with something absolutely unique and absolutely brand new and then try to put it out there? I mean, honestly, somebody's probably already done whatever your idea is, okay? So unless you're some kind of like digital product genius or marketing genius, don't try to make something brand new. Don't try to reinvent absolutely everything that's there. You want to work off of previous existing data to know whether it's going to be good or not. You want market validation, okay? So that's my first bonus tip. My second bonus tip is to actually search on Etsy when you're both logged in and logged out, okay? Because you're going to be getting different results. Usually when you're logged in or when you've already done some searching that's here, you're going to have not just this recently viewed area, but it's going to be like a for you kind of section, or it's going to be something else, and they're going to start to show different products based on your search results. So it helps if you're searching things that you'd want to sell, but it doesn't help if you're just browsing and buying things that you wouldn't actually sell. So my last bonus tip that's here is that whatever it is that you buy, whatever kind of niche you're getting into, whatever digital product it may be that you want to sell on Etsy, you need to make sure that it's something that people know how to search for. It needs to be a searchable product with a searchable title, because you need to leverage Etsy's search engine. Okay, you have to be able to do that. If you can't, then it's worthless. So make sure that it's a product that people are searching for. Make sure you're using terms and you're optimizing the listing well for things that people are actually typing into the search bar, so you leverage that. Okay, waxing template awesome. It's the waxing Instagram template. This is very searchable. But if it's titled in a way that doesn't make any sense, which I don't see how you could, but I as an SEO, like I need to put this information in there. I don't see how you could mess that up without, titling it something absolutely random and weird. Just don't do that. Make sure you're using terms that are searchable and you're optimizing the listing well. So that's it for this video. Hopefully that process kind of helps you understand what we're looking for when we're trying to actually sit there and find a digital product to sell on Etsy. And again, this doesn't just work on Etsy. This can work in other areas when you break it down to the core features, which is finding something that's specific for a specific problem that solves a specific problem in a certain niche. Okay, validate demand and then try to wrap some passion into it if you can. If you can't, don't worry about it. Just at least make sure that we have those two pieces. And again, if you're looking to do this or to be able to expand your offering, look into courses or coaching or other informational products, check out the description below for the link to my free mini course that you can go in there. It has a ton of really good information that's in there, I promise. Or if you have any other questions or concerns or things that you want to put down in the comments, I'm always happy to be able to read those and go back and forth in the comments. That's it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.